Kia ora koutou. Welcome everybody to the Paradise Botany ice rink here in Auckland. I'm Matt Chavez and this is Kyle March. We're going to bring you today's action here in Auckland between the Canterbury Red Devils and the Botany Swarm. Welcome back, Kyle. Thanks for joining me again.
That's great. Very good to be back. Happy to have my partner in crime.
Yeah.
So let's do this again for round two.
Why not, right? I'm glad to have you back. So today's matchup's going to be an interesting one for so many reasons. But I think we should just kind of tick some of them off as we go here. I think the biggest one, maybe we can, Michael, if we can bring up that stat sheet and take a look at this. If you see how the schedule and the games are, there we go. Now the Swarm are in front, which is, well, you guys have had so many games, and I guess I should mention again, Kyle is also a member of the Swarm.
Correct.
So he'll have a lot of insight on that, but you guys are in first place, so that's looking pretty good for you. And the Red Devils technically are in fourth place because that's actually backwards because of the goal difference.
Right.
But forgive me, that's just something I've got to say, right? But the last time when the Swarm were in Christchurch and took all six.
Yes, it was a 6-point weekend for the Swarm. I think they're going to be looking to start off on the front foot just like they did on the Saturday game, because if you remember, Matt, Sunday the Devils came back with a vengeance and definitely gave the Swarm a handful. It was Stepanek in the last, 30 seconds, something like that, who was able to score the game winner. So this was definitely going to be a big game here. Both teams looking to score some points, trying to get ahead in that race. Yeah,
it's unfortunate. That may have started a bad habit for the Red Devils, given the fact that the Swarm, that last goal was 37 seconds away, and then the Red Devils had another Sunday game with this Stampede last weekend and couldn't quite close the deal with a 5-4 loss, giving up all 3 points, but again, just by 1 goal. So because of that, the Devils only have 6 points, but they do at least jump back up to that 4th spot, and they're looking to make that 3rd spot for the playoffs with a lot of games in hand.
Yes.
The Swarm, this will be game 11 for them, is that correct?
Correct, yes.
So 11 of 16. Yeah. So with 7 wins, looking good, but as we get ready to start here, we'll talk more about that. Pospisil to take against Dalmato, and we are underway at Paradise Botany.
So just a player to look out for, number 44, Marek Malinsky. Matt, you mentioned this is his first game. He's just arrived here in New Zealand.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about the front line here. Pospisil bringing it into the zone. And that exits just as quickly as the Swarm go down and get a goal early. The Red Devils caught sleeping. Tim Carey not able to get across the net in time. And did you get a number on that one?
I think that was Kozak who potted that in. A great move by Polozov, who just held on to it for an extra second and was able to make a great pass across. But that play starts with Thuler here in his own zone, taking that half second, keeping his head up, and he finds Polozov streaking across ice.
And the Red Devils have to shake off the travel bug very quickly here as they are down 1-0 after 22 seconds here. Fontaine with the puck. He gets it up to Stepanek. He's going to take a shot. Carey knocks that one aside, but big rebound goes out to Dallimore.
So that's a hard shot. Peter doesn't miss from there very often.
And Sean Brown, back from suspension, gives it to Dan Nichols. He gets it back out to the blue line. Perver knocks it to the left. Dallimore can't hold on to it, and the Devils have to reset. That puck goes up in the air. Perver and Nichols trying to get out of the zone. They do. And as the Swarm fight for it, Fontaine pulls it away. And that goes back out to neutral. Whitson Lee gets upended with a hip check by Sean Brown. That gets sent around. And Logan Willis sends it to neutral. Swarm ready for it. And Orr picks this up, goes up the right side. And that is going to be a penalty as there were too many men on the ice.
They are going to give that too many men call.
There was just a little bit of a hesitation, and Orr came out, but Willis hadn't committed to going to the bench yet, apparently.
No.
And 2 minutes, just like that. I mean, the Red Devils could not have started with any worse of a situation here. Just 80 seconds into the game, they've given up a penalty and a goal. both front lines having some trouble communicating. And I guess the only way now is up for these guys, but they're on the penalty kill.
Yeah, it's always a little bit of a different game, too, coming into Botany. A little bit of a bigger rink coming in, going to get used to that extra space. Is a little bit of a adjustment period for teams coming into this rink.
And Thieler has it as the Swarm get their power play set up. That's going to go back into Kozak. Kozak has it at the near mid boards, holds it, gives it back to Thieler at the blue line. He steps in, kicked aside, and the Red Devils playing a bit more of a conservative 2-2 on this.
You could just see all those bodies in front of Carey. I don't think he saw where that puck was going whatsoever.
Yeah, and we continue with just kind of a very stretched power play for the, it's not quite an umbrella, long shot. Kozak with a big shot, and he scores again. Tim Carey not able to sight that puck, in 2-0 the score. The Swarm on top.
You could see, Matt, all 4 penalty killers are drawn over to Polozov, and he just makes a great feed over. Tim Carey doesn't have time to get back.
He doesn't, and he just doesn't see it in time and can't stop it. So the Red Devils are, well, they are looking at, well, they're back on 5-on-5, but they've got to get things going here quickly. Just over 2 minutes in, 2 goals down. Shell-shocked, I think, is the word that the Red Devils are dealing with at the moment.
Red Devils going back to that first line of Malinsky, Lang, and Perver, or Pospisil, excuse me.
Yeah, and Malinsky had that puck for a while there. I think that just is going to go back for icing.
Just misfired on that pass there.
And Atwell's going to take this one for the Swarm against Pospisil. First line stays out for the Red Devils. Interestingly, they don't hold up with the right side defense there. That's a bit of a change for them. And as the puck comes out to neutral, it's thrown right back in by Sandoy. And the Red Devils have to get set up.
Josh Lowe took a hard hit to make a play to get that puck out.
Now Lang passes that forward to Malik Malinsky, and he gets his first shot on net. And that is held, gloved by Matt Canada, who finally sees the puck for the first time with about 2.5 minutes gone. Yeah, that's the first positive offensive play that the Red Devils have had, so that's a start. But yeah, it's going to take a little effort here by the Devils, and they just have to get things going. Thieler with that for the Swarm, and they look to break out of their zone, trying to get a long pass, but that's knocked aside. Hay with it for just a moment, but that's stolen away by Orr to Nichols, and Nichols looks to pass and get set up. They can't do that. Orr's got to collect again to Brown.
Good smart back check there by the Swarm. Everyone's taking their guy and just letting the puck take care of itself.
And Whitson Lee kind of gives it up there for Dallimore as everybody tries to get onside. That's passed. Orr with a long shot kicked away by Canada. And the Devils hold on to it. Nichols with it at the sideboard, slips it in. Canada in a good spot. And as that bounced through the crease, it stays with the Red Devils. The Swarm looking to kind of charge out at the puck.
Good stick by McDonald.
Just in time, too, as that was going to Nichols in the side. Yeah. McDonald holding on to that, trying to get a 1-on-4. So he allows the other Swarm to change up. And that puck goes to neutral. Kozak dumps in. And a new line out there for the Swarm. Shot. Carey knocks it aside.
Nice check by Sean Brown there to take Kozak out of the play.
And Kozak doing a lot of work behind the net there. That puck just won't get out from behind there. Polozov has. He's trying to get Kozak in front, but he can't. He turns it around. Goes out to Thieler. Thieler holds on to it. Long shot, and Carey kicks it aside. Kozak back to Thieler. Sustained offense by the Swarm. He walks it in. Shot in on Carey. He glove saves it and stops play. That's a little bit more of what you'd like to see out of the defense. Yes. In that case, the Swarm really getting pushed outside and away from Carey.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah, the Red Devils did a great job keeping the Swarm out to the outside, and that's an easy save your goaltender should make all day.
Now you're carrying some, doing some stat work today. Is that correct? Or
no, they
took it away from you.
They've taken that away from me.
Well, nonetheless, the face-offs are still important, and Pospisil wins that one.
That's another one.
Yeah, that's it's kind of helping the Red Devils get back in this thing, if they can. They just need to convert something, and that goes out to Lang. Malinsky takes it up the left side. Malinsky dragged down. Lang has it.
Luke Simon did well to keep his feet moving there, but maybe stopped him a touch early.
We'll just let that one continue on. A hockey play, and that gets tipped out to center. And Fontaine takes it, gains the line, looks for a pass. That gets deflected in the skates of Logan Willis. And back out to Malinsky. To Lang. Lang tips it. They're still going to get an icing out of it, as Lang wasn't far enough ahead, and that's going to stop play.
They won't be able to change either, so they'll be stuck out there. It's against a fresh set of legs for the Swarm.
Yeah, I think that this line hasn't been out there too long, but like you were saying, it was interesting the last series against the Stampede. The Red Devils really hung in there for both games due to their face-off play, and we've been watching it so far today, and that's been your focus. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Mawson with it. Shot knocked to the side. Mawson tries to collect it away from Lang, but the Red Devils hold on to it and start cycling. Willis trying to just knock that puck to neutral.
Great forecheck by Mawson, really interrupting plays.
And Malinsky's pass gets set aside. And will they be able to get this out of the zone? The Red Devils are struggling to get the puck away from the Swarm. The Swarm doing a really good job of maintaining that offense. Willis with it. He's going to pass it forward. 3 Devils changing, and that's held on to by Lang. He's a master at holding that puck for as long as he can. He walks it in. Shot and a goal! Canada looks and gets a little dazzled as that beats him over glove side, and the Red Devils instantly cut this one in half.
That was a great play by Lang. Stops up, creates some separation for himself. Maybe a little bit of interference by, where is he? Was it Lowe maybe? Oh, Willis maybe a little bit in front. You know what?
He was a big guy standing there, but
that's it.
He
did
has
his
the
job,
right
but
to go after it. But
absolutely.
Yes, I would agree. It was about the same as what we saw with the other one there. And,
yes. There you go. 1 for 1.
Well, it's evenly called, so we can get used to that level of play, and Kozak has it. That's sent to Nichols. Nichols holds it in the zone for the Devils. Shot in, a high save. Canada gloves that. It was going at least a foot over the crossbar, but he wanted to stop play.
You'd see Perver got dumped in front of the net, and he just covered himself up. That's not a, you don't want to get a puck there. You see he gets dumped in front, and he's just trying to cover up.
Yeah, that's a dangerous spot to be in.
Yes.
And luckily for him, he's okay, and he takes the face-off there. One of the rare losses of a face-off for Perver.
I think that's one of the matchups that the Swarm are going to look for. Dalmato has been one of our best face-off guys, so we're definitely going to look to try to, in my opinion, have him play face-off against Perver as much as possible.
Kozak puts that into the corner. Polozov collects it at the Zamboni doors, but he loses it. Brown's going to take it out, but he loses the puck. Back and forth we go, and that goes to neutral. The Swarm to get set up, and the Red Devils get fresh legs for a couple of the players out there. That gets turned over. Hayden Bull holding on to it, getting it in front. Stick lifted by, Orr's stick was lifted there, so he couldn't get a shot off. Back to Bull.
Nice
Low
block
shot
by Sandoy.
That goes off the shins, and Keocope throws it back in as that third line gets off the ice for the Red Devils, and they switch again. Long pass up to Stepanek, and Monk there to clean up the garbage as that was not really held by anybody. Goes up. That's a dangerous takedown. That is a penalty.
That is.
And we'll see how this gets called. That's going to be very interesting.
Tripping, but you could hear the Red Devils bench calling for a slew foot, and I think they have a point.
Yeah, Atwell taking that stick and actually leveraging it. You can let's see if we can see it on the replay here. Now this is why Chris Eden has a 3-game suspension currently, because of the last one. It does kind of look like it, but the stick's a little up, so
yeah.
We'll see. But right now, that is a minor penalty that's on there, so I don't think they feel that that was anything worse than that.
No.
If it was, it would be a major. But right now,
Absolutely.
2 minutes for the Red Devils power play.
The most important thing is, like, I'm not sure who got tied up. Was it Perver maybe? But just to see him get back up and he's okay. That's really what we're after.
Yeah, Malinsky with it in the middle of the ice, and that's turned around by the Swarm. They have an advantage. 2-on-2 there. Nearly a shorthanded opportunity. Bull has it. He's going to skate it all the way in and gives it back to Lang. Lang gives it back to Bull. Malinsky holds it at the blue line. Setting things up. Back to Lang. Back to Malinsky. Malinsky moves forward. Looks for a good pass in on Canada as that pass went through to Pospisil, as none of the Swarm players were over there, but Canada was quick to move to the other side.
A great pass, great shot, and a better save.
Better save, absolutely. And just over a minute to go in this power play. The Red Devils looking to get another good opportunity in this second minute, or has it. Passed across mid-ice back to Malinsky. Malinsky gives that up, and that goes Dalmateau. Nobody really picking up Dalmateau.
Oh.
Had more of an opportunity there than he should have.
He did, just kind of walk down Main Street. Everyone was happy to let him do it.
Luckily for the Red Devils, Carey was in the right spot, and that pass didn't really go anywhere. Swarm have it, and they are just holding on to it. Gallimore with some forecheck here, but just 25 seconds to go on this power play.
Great play by Sandoy.
Swarm are holding it. They gain the zone. Sandoy continues to hold it. That goes to Perver. Perver knocks it away. Stepanek takes a shot. Deflected and a goal. Short-handed goal by Jackson Fontaine from Stepanek from distance. And that is, boy, that's an eye-opener to give up that much effort and then such a clean shot to then get deflected. And a fantastic deflection by
Just a great
Jackson.
tip, yeah.
Yep.
That whole play starts from Sandoy in his own zone, getting his feet moving, getting the puck up ice. Not panicking, not rushing, just taking the space given to him.
And 3-1 the score, the Swarm on top. Willis collects, and the Devils are going to finish up their power play with 2-1, and that clears the penalty. 5-on-5 hockey now. Willis can't collect that out of the air, but he's going to get back and hold on to the puck. It's a bit of a bouncy puck today. Auckland weather being what it is, 14 degrees and wet. It's going to cause the ice and the puck some problems moving around. Bull throws it in on Canada, and he holds for a face-off. So, quick recap here. We're halfway through the first, and that's a lot of goals for the Swarm.
Yes, already. And I think it just comes down to right now the Swarm are moving their feet a lot better than the Red Devils are.
I would agree with you entirely on that, especially in the first couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's a face-off here for Nick Lang, and he wins that one. Tapping with it, sends it in on Canada, and that first line back out there for the Red Devils. Lang trying to collect it, but he can't. That's turned over to Dalmateau. Dalmateau 2-on-3. And a great pass in front once again.
Boy, those two are slippery. I think that's going to be the word of the day for Dalmateau and Polozov. Their feet are moving. They're tough to play against. They're picking pockets left, right, and center.
And they're smooth as they move behind and get around defenses here. And that's a dangerous combination. Pospisil trying to push that forward. Polozov has the puck. Red Devils get some more fresh players back out there, and it's going to be Luke Tappan to hold on to that puck for just a moment. He's going to skate. Oh, sorry, that is Josh Lowe in this case. Lowe has it, gets it out to neutral.
Good stick by Winston Lee.
And Lowe trying to get some shot off, but he can't get a pass in front. And he does now. Gallimore with a shot. High shot. That goes off Canada's gear. And Brown has to go collect that. A good opportunity as that kind of was up in the shoulder mask area.
Just kind of came from a broken play. The puck just jumped out. And then Gallimore, good shot.
And Bull has the puck. He's trying to get around Mawson. Mawson takes a good shot at him, and that's going to give the Swarm an opportunity. But that's turned over. Dallimore 1-on-2. He's going to gain the zone, try to make a move on his man. He gets checked off the puck. And Luke Simon with a good defensive play for the Swarm. Coming up the left side, Whitson Lee kind of falls over against Nichols there.
Tripped over that pesky blue line.
Well, that blue line's got a lot of victims this year.
Yes, it does. We saw a couple back in Christchurch.
Yeah, talk to that referee while we're waiting here.
Yeah.
Ended up with a cast on that one. So,
oh, no.
Yeah. That's turned over to Bull. Bull's going to take it in the zone, 3-on-3. Long shot that's deflected before it gets in on Canada, and the Swarm look to get something going here. A walk-in, a shot. That goal's off the pipe. It's going to stop play. Is that Ryan McDonald?
That was
one?
Ryan McDonald just coming back from injury. He's back to 100%, and boy, is he showing it.
And that, as Carey kind of moves to the side here, take a look at Dallimore's shot as that goes high and gets in on Canada's gear.
You see how far Canada comes out, really takes away the net, comes out aggressively.
Yeah, he is definitely an aggressive position player. Monk trying to hold up McDonald, but the Swarm hold on to it. A bit of a slip there by Fontaine, and that puck comes out as Monk gets it to neutral. Flipped forward, and another change. The first line back out there for the Red Devils for the forwards. Pospisil tries to knock that away from Atwell, but Atwell passes it forward. And Stepanek walking in, and a shot and goal. Tim Carey not having a good day at the office. 4 goals given up in the first 13 minutes. Just not seeing the puck today. But Stepanek it's a laser-like shot, let's be honest. This is a great shot, and it's, as they say, high cheese or a water bottle or whatever you want, but that's a very good shot.
And they are going to pull Carey and give Reason, put Reason in there, try to mix it up, get the Red Devils' feet going. They're, they need an answer. They
do need an answer, and quickly, and timeout being called by the Red Devils. A good moment for Coach Horzov to stop the momentum. It has been a runaway train for the Botany Swarm this afternoon. 4-1 the score, and the goaltending change, this gives Reason a chance to get out there, get set. But more importantly, I think the Red Devils, I don't know exactly what it is. It's not necessarily travel fatigue. These have been actual, I hate to say the word, they're just mistakes out on the ice right now, and the Swarm are punishing them each time they've made them, and that's why it's 4-1.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. I just think the Swarm are playing a little bit angry right now. We lost last week to the Mako. We lost the week before to the Thunder. So right now, it's gut check time for the Swarm. So they're coming out with something to prove, and they're going to keep their feet moving.
And Dalmato to take this face-off for the Swarm. Polozov has it, takes a shot, and Reason sees the puck go by him in quick action. The Swarm right out to welcome him to the game. Out to Kozak. Kozak gains the line. He's holding on to it. Nope, looks for a pass. And it bounces over Dalmato's stick, but it goes into the corner. Kozak with a shot, and Reason knocks it aside. Can't glove it, but knocks it away with his glove. Pospisil can't get it away from Kozak. Kozak goes behind the net, looking for a pass. That's going to go out to the blue line. Does it stay in? Apparently it did.
Well done by Sandoy to keep that in.
Pospisil sends that up to Malinsky, but Malinsky just kind of kicks it in, and they've got to reset up to Lang. Lang takes it in. Lang gains the zone, hits the blue line, stays up, walks it in. Another shot against Canada. That's blocked in the gear. I don't know who took the block there, but Lang.
Remy Sandoy putting his body on the line for the team.
And it was an important one, too, because Lang's got the goal earlier, and that's exactly what he did before. He holds on to it, looks to pass to Orr with a shot. Canada dumps it for a second, but Fontaine was the first body there, gloves it, and holds it for the save.
I think we have the same theme this weekend so far, as we did last weekend. It's Lang creating time and space, keeping his feet moving for himself. That's twice he's stopped up on the inside, cut to the middle, and look at that gap. Look at all that space, and you see Sandoy lay it out there for his team.
Shot by Orr, that gets deflected. Canada looks at it going behind him. Orr gets it again. Shot, another one off the gear for Canada. And the Swarm trying to get that out to neutral. They do. Nichols has it. Sent around. Back to Nichols. Nichols to Perver. Perver dumps. And Thuler has it for the Swarm. Oh, that is an interesting play there as Orr and Atwell came together. Yeah.
I think the Swarm are looking for an interference. Both players were going in tied up, and I think Orr gave him an extra shove that I don't think the Swarm appreciate.
Probably not, and Atwell was skating right towards Canada at the same time, which also weird. But nonetheless, I don't think there's going to be a call coming out of this.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think the referee saw it.
Yeah, it was interesting last week. The referee didn't see the slew foot that was called on Eden, but the linesman came over immediately afterward and said that has to go.
Interesting.
So I wonder if it only applies to certain penalties or how they work that. But at the same time, Atwell has to come off the ice in order to get 6 players for the Swarm. They had 7, and that's a bad idea. Perver with it, and he turns that over. Mawson's got it, and he throws that to neutral.
Good face-off win by Winston Lee.
Another long pass, but that gets turned over to Mawson. Mawson takes a shot. That's kind of knocked aside by Nichols as he chased that down. It was his pass originally, and Perver comes up the left side. Turned over to the Swarm. The Swarm have it. Simon pushing it away to Winston Lee.
Well, he was looking to break out, and Perver kept his feet moving and picked his pocket.
And that Hay pass goes all the way up to Mawson, 1-on-3. Reason blockers that aside. Out to Bull, back to neutral. Thuler with it. Passes it. That's deflected. He's offside, desperately offside.
Very much offside.
And everybody held up, including the Red Devils there,
Absolutely.
because it was so far offside, but it wasn't called. Dalmato with it. Good move there, and he gets a shoulder check by Dallimore.
Did well to absorb that contact. Great clean body check by Dallimore. Dalmato does well to absorb it.
And Sandoy trying to dig through the corner, out to the point. Shot, low shot in, that was deflected. Polozov with a dangerous one. And then that goes back out to neutral. And Tim Thomas trying to apply a little forecheck against Sandoy as everybody else changes up. Lowe's there, he holds it in for a moment anyways. And a long pass ahead to Polozov. Polozov just sitting, waiting, shot, and that goes to the right of Reason. A little bit off as he was looking for some help, but decided a shot was better.
Again, great patience by Sandoy. That's how this play gets started. He doesn't panic, just throw it behind the net to his partner. He waits, sees where Tim Thomas goes, and then makes his move accordingly.
That puck goes to neutral and is thrown ahead by, I'm not sure who that was. I think that was Harry Lowe there, getting some ice time after he's back from suspension as well. And that goes in offside. Jackson Fontaine a little bit ahead of the puck.
Polozov, I believe.
Was it?
That was Polozov.
That was Polozov. Okay, there you go. This is, again, good quality control, Kyle. Thank you for that. That is exactly why Kyle is here again.
Say, everyone thinks it's a game of 2 teams, but it's actually a 3rd team. That's you and I, Matt.
Oh, I don't know. They'd say 4 teams. Those guys dressed up like zebras are out there too. But
absolutely, those guys are a team.
We all have to play our part, I guess. That pass is a little bit off the tape from Brown, turned over, but Brown gets it back. He's looking to pass it away, and he does. That goes up to Lang. Lang comes out into neutral, 3-on-3 opportunity. He holds the puck, looking to get it to Malinsky. Malinsky low shot in, trying to get some sort of a rebound on Canada because that was not a lot of force on that puck, but Canada decides to hold on to it, the right move, and stops play.
Absolutely, did well, keep it square, keep the play in front of them, gobble it up, no second chances.
And a face-off coming in the offensive zone for the Red Devils. They're going to put Lang in the face-off dot this time, and he does not win that when that goes to the Swarm. Long pass out. McDonald finding Stepanek. Brown trying to hold off Stepanek, but he goes right in front. And as Reason was pulled aside, they just couldn't pull the trigger as that puck slid through the blue paint.
You can see on that play there, Matt, all 3 Swarm forwards are up the ice, turning a 2-on-2 into a 3-on-2 real quick. and the Red Devils forwards just aren't getting back quick enough. And I think that's been the story of the game, why it's 4-1.
It's a it's a very compelling point, and that over-aggressiveness that is not being picked up is what is paying off. I agree. If that's turned around, that can be an excellent counterattack, but so far they haven't done it. Perver wins that face-off, goes to Logan Willis. He's going to get a deflection off Stepanik's stick, and that goes up and out of play. So that said, with that transition game that the Swarm are winning right now, do you see how this, I mean, is that basically the story of the game to you?
So far in the first, 17 and a half minutes, it's been, right now it's just a team that wants it, that's keeping their feet moving, versus a team that's, may have just gotten off a plane, feeling a little bit jet lagged. But it's just a battle of wills right now.
Yeah, and the Swarm are definitely on the better side of it. Still 4-1. Now, since Reason has come in, the Swarm have not scored, neither the Red Devils for that matter, but it's been a 5-minute period, the first time without any goals, almost 5 minutes. And the Swarm gets started here. That pass goes up to Kozak. He tries to one-hand it in. He keeps it, holds onto it. Polozov skates around in a nice curved manner, and that is going to go out to Dallimore. Out to neutral, and Orr's got it up the right side. Looking for a pass, but there's nobody home. 1-on-3, he gets a backhand off. It's not on target. Holds onto the puck still. Tapping with it. Takes a shot. That's deflected to the side.
Good block by Kozak.
Out to Willis. Willis throws it in the corner. Sent around. Polozov with it. Off to... Was that Sandoy up there? Yep.
Nice little play. Nice little shovel pass by Kozak. Gets it down to Dalmanteau.
And Dalmanteau gets a shot off, but Reason knocks it aside. He looks to get around. That puck goes traveling backwards and hits a referee. Ouch, that hurts.
That does not feel good.
And Dalmanteau, I think, was out of the zone. He was indeed. That is offside. And that's another one of those situations where it looks like, let me add to that strategically what I'm seeing. Along with the 3-on-2s, you're also getting a long outlet pass that is connected cross ice in several situations this period.
Yes.
Which has kind of broken everything out for the Swarm. It's worked really well thus far. Fueller with it, throws it in. Goes behind the net. Oh, that's a funny bounce. It goes right in front. But the Red Devils are there. And Bull sends it across up to Monk. Monk's got it for a moment.
To your point, Matt, there's that cross ice pass that you mentioned.
And that's those types of passes have worked really well for the Swarm. We'll see if they try one here. Not quite what I was looking at there, but Steen with it for just a moment. Good to see Steen with some ice time. Whitson Lee loses it at the blue line. That goes back out to neutral. Hit on the board, and Bull's got it. He's going to take it in the zone. 2-on-3, and a shot right in front, but Perver's not. Oh, sorry, that was Harry Lowe not able to pull the trigger on that one. A good hit out at neutral. That was Keo Cope taking a good hip check there. Hopkins with it in the corner. And that goes out to neutral. Atwell's got it. Swarm have to reset. That gets dumped in there on side now. Hopkins first to the puck. Sends it back. Malinsky's got it at the Zamboni doors on that corner. Going to try to chase that. Fontaine gets there first. Sends it back in. Chopped away, and that's going to... Last shot here by Sandoy. And that is going to end the first period of action. So, Kyle, this is going to be an interesting one. It's almost like we had a micro game there, 4-1, and all this scoring going on. Everybody kind of just not really sure how it gets started. The Swarm taking full advantage of every mistake the Red Devils made, get a 3-goal lead, but there was a goalie change. There was a timeout.
Yep.
The Red Devils reset everything, and now it's a tight game again. So if I just took the scoreboard away and just said, okay, it's 4-1, I understand that, but since the 7-minute mark,
yes,
it's been tight, it's been close, and that's more of what I expected to see. So where does that leave us?
Well, I think it leaves us in a similar spot as it did on the last Saturday game, right? The Red Devils fell asleep for the first 5-10 minutes of the first period. Last time it was 5-0, I believe. This time 4-1.
Yep.
And it's just a gap that's a little bit too big to come back from. I mean, different scoreline, 4-1 to 5-0. But it's really just a matter of they need to have an answer to the Swarm speed right now.
Yeah, and the overloading of forwards and getting that
Yeah.
3-on-2 that you were talking about the entire first period.
They're just hungrier on the pucks below the goal line. They're picking pockets. They're finishing checks. They're, I think, to your point, changing the goal or taking that timeout was the right play to just calm things down. Just, it's all right, guys. Let's have a breather. We're not out of this game by any stretch. Let's just reset ourselves, get back to playing Red Devils hockey.
And that's exactly what happened. So I guess we'll kind of just leave it there, because what I really want to see is the reaction in the second period is going to say all we need to know about this game. Really intrigued about what's going to happen and what the adjustments are after the first period. So
Absolutely.
We'll be back with you in about 10 minutes or so as the first intermission carries on. I'm Matt Chavez. This is Kyle March. And we will see you for the second period action here at Paradise Botany. Kia ora koutou. Welcome back to the Hive, Paradise Botany. I'm Matt Chavez. I'm here with Kyle March. About to call the second period of action here after the intermission. 4-1 the score for the Swarm. The home team jumping out in front. And we've got a lot of action to talk about, but I also have some stats to go through. And Kyle, tell me what you thought of the first period in general.
In general, I thought it was high flying for one side. Definitely the ice seemed to be tilted one way. And yeah, I'd say there's not much else to tell. It was very, very much just a one-sided game. One team kept their feet moving. And
yeah, well, let's talk about that one-sidedness. Botany Swarm scoring 22 seconds in. Kozak from Polozov and McDonald. After that, a 2-minute penalty. Bench minor, 6 men. 2-0 at 2:09. Kozak from Polozov and McDonald. Lang coming back with an assist from Brown at 6 minutes. Jackson Fontaine getting the third goal at 9:19 from Sandoy and Stepanek scoring with Atwell at 12:56. Then we had the goalie change. Oh boy, that was a lot of action in that first period. Let's start the second one off with a bang here. Dallimore passing it, and Pospisil chasing, but the Swarm have this puck, and they get underway here in the second period to try to build on this 4-1 lead. Dalmato has it, looking to get an outlet pass started for them, and as he gives it back, Dallimore takes it and takes a shot. Canada watches it go over his shoulder. Not quite on target, and it's going to be Polozov trying to get that back out, and that's turned over to, well, that goes to Thuler. Turned back to Dallimore. Dallimore gets a shot, a high shot in, and that's knocked aside by Canada.
Two turnovers by the Swarm there, giving it up in their high slot.
A bit unusual because they really didn't do any of that the first period. Short benches, I don't think, are the problem there. That goes off Simon up to Dallimore. Dallimore's going to get an opportunity. He comes in 3-on-3, but it's turned over to the Swarm, up to Atwell, then to Luke Tappan. He's going to hold on to it, and the Red Devils are going to get sorted out. Pass forward, another not quite tape pass. That goes back to Stepanek. Logan Willis can't hold off Stepanek, and Stepanek takes a shot and scores against reason. Logan Willis just letting his man go there, and Stepanek is not the guy you want to let go.
No, that's not the type of player you want to let have the puck in between the hash marks there. He picks Willis's pocket, and he's not going to miss from there very often.
No, and he was skating away, which I think also caught reason a little by surprise that he took the shot as he's leaning backwards, but still got a lot of mustard on that shot and got behind him. It was deflected, but it still gets behind him. 5-1 is the score.
And again, early start for the Swarm on the jump.
And Fontaine digging away at that puck. The Swarm have it, out to Simon. He holds it in on the blue line, low shot in. That's turned over. And Bull gets knocked over. Willis with it. He's going to pass it around.
I think Stepanek just lost his footing there trying to stick lift Bull and took him out in the process.
And Tappan gets it, sends it back. Lang has it. Lang sends it around to Malinsky. Malinsky kind of just dancing with the linesman there for a moment.
Good play by Fontaine to get his feet back on side and then make a play at the puck.
And Whitson Lee gets that puck behind the net, but gets it turned over. Now it's Lang and Malinsky as these two players from the Czech Republic in for the Red Devils in that first line, but they can't get a shot off. Mawson's got it. Mawson goes in 2-on-4. He gets turned over. Hopkins flips that puck aside, and Keokuk gets that out to, well, back to Lang eventually. And Lang's going to take it through neutral. He skates through two players, skates by a third, goes into the corner, passes it through the crease. Harry Lowe not ready for it. Hopkins holds on to it. Still in front. Lang still chasing that puck, but it does go out to Polozov.
Sam Pillage.
Or Pillage, excuse me, and that gets sent around. Good call there. I appreciate that one, Kyle. I don't know how much time has Pillage had today.
He's had a couple of shifts out there. He's actually one of my line mates at practice, so he's definitely one of those players trying to make an impact on a lineup.
Well, he just tried to make an impact on, I think that was Josh Lowe, and he missed by just a little bit, but he was trying, and we heard it throughout the entire Swarm hive, the hive, that's what they call it, the hive, that's right. I'll get that figured out here. New building for me, actually. This is the first time I've actually been in Paradise Botany, and
oh, welcome to the hive.
Hey, there I am. So, face off at neutral. And the linesman's got to say where the dot is as he draws it on the ice with his finger. And Sean Brown ends up with the puck on his stick. Right in front, trying to get Perver through, but that's hacked away, and Theuler getting that puck behind Canada's net, and that allows the Swarm to break out offensively. That's flipped forward. Polozov, I guess that was offside. That puck was flying through there, but it was a close call.
I think that deflection was able to take just enough speed off the puck, and Polozov obviously expecting not a deflection to just explode into it there.
Yeah, so that's going to come back out to the same spot where the linesman had to draw where the dot is. Let's see if he does it again.
The line change for the Red Devils here, same line for the Swarm.
Now Brown has it over to Nichols. Nichols looks for the outlet. That's tipped, so the Swarm get a hold of it. Two on two. If they can get the pass to the other side to Polozov as he was coming up the right, but the 1-on-3 battle there ended up for the Red Devils, and that's going to go back for the Swarm to set up with Theuler on the puck. He's going to leave it back
for Sandoy.
Sandoy again.
Good reversal play, absorb pressure, move it to your partner.
And that pass, a bit dangerous, but to Polozov. And Dallimore doing a great job forechecking, but the Swarm looking to get that long pass out. That goes up to Kozak. No icing on that, but they're going to choose to change lines here. They don't chase it. Nichols looking for a long outlet to Bull. And a low shot. Canada kicks it aside. Willis can't hold it in. Stepanek tries to take it in and then tries to not take it in. He did take it in, and that's going to be offsides because Fontaine was in front of him.
I just want to go back and highlight. You'll see Willis, just before he played that puck, you see a quick shoulder check to make sure his man changing jumps off the ice before making a play at that puck. That's a great heads-up play to prevent that too many men penalty.
And Lang takes that face off. That kind of goes nowhere particular. And Stepanek ends up with it on his stick. He passes it back, and the Swarm gets set up. 5-1 the score here in Paradise Botany in Auckland, with about 5 minutes gone here in the second period. The Swarm able to extend that to a 4-goal lead, and the Red Devils trying to dig their way out of this first of 2-game series this Saturday afternoon here in Auckland. Swarm with it at neutral. Out to Simon. Simon holds. And that's knocked in. The Swarm go for a couple of changes. Hayden Bull with it. That gets knocked away. Fontaine forechecking and keeping it in the corner. That goes in front for a moment, but then goes behind the goal. Fontaine sends it behind. Gets it back. Shot, and a great one. But Reason with a glove in a perfect spot.
A great save through traffic. I think his own defenseman was screening him.
Shot, that hit the pipe. And that was a long one from, I think it was Kozak there. That hit
McDonald, Ryan
McDonald, another long shot. And the Swarm with a continued presence in the offensive zone here.
That's 2 great passes by Stepanek. Maybe a third? No, looking for Jackson Fontaine. Does great job getting himself open.
And that shot, well, a pass looked like it was trying to go off of Reason's gear. And Malinsky takes it forward. Bull's got it. No, it's going to be Lang taking it. Shot, and a low zipper that gets kicked away, and Mawson's going to have an opportunity up the right side. It goes all the way to the corner, so he can't get around on it. Steen was looking for a pass, but nothing coming, and that gets turned back over. Reason paddles behind. Hopkins with it. He sends it around, and a penalty coming up, and it's going to be, it looked like Mawson for a trip, but we'll see. I'm not positive on that one.
Is it number 11?
That'll be George Hopkins going off.
I think he's going to get the trip. I didn't quite see where the trip happened from, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and Michael, did we get that particular? No, we did not. There you go. He gave the immediate head shake of we did not get that call on replay. So that's, you'll have to scrub it back on YouTube if you want to see it. But as it is, the folks that are in charge on the ice say 2 minutes power play for the Swarm. Red Devils win that one. That goes out to neutral, and some early time killing by the Red Devils. Be interesting to see how the Swarm set up this offense here, what they choose to do. Speed is the key here, I think, from Fueller. And then the point spread with one in front. It's walked out, then out to McDonald. Big shot in. And Reason wasn't able to hold that the first time. He gets in front of him, but he does glove it right after that. And that's a kind of a win for the Red Devils there, keeping that spread out.
But just watch, look at all the bodies in front of Reason. He's got one defenseman, a Swarm player, a second Swarm player, a second defense. He's got 4 bodies that he's fighting with. That's a heck of a save.
And it's pretty clear what they're looking to do. Long shots and garbage time to try to extend this lead beyond 4 goals. Another save by Reason and another face-off for the Swarm coming up.
Great face-off win by Dalmato, you can see there. And a second one here.
Out to the point, walked in, shot off the glove, and another great save as Reason gets in front. Fueller with it, can't get a full shot there. It gets deflected, and that's turned over. Maybe an opportunity for Brown as he's all alone. Shot, and that is kicked aside. Canada with a bit of a split there. And Polozov's going to come up the right side, looking for a pass that's knocked away by Nichols at the last moment. And that's a very active first minute of this power play.
You'd see Ryan McDonald getting on his horse to get back and force, Brown into an uncomfortable move.
And then Polozov taking a shot here, looking specifically to get a bit of a stop in play, and he does that as that ends up in kind of up in the shoulder and then behind the glove.
So you can see a great back check forcing Brown into that pressured situation. He knew what move he wanted to make, but didn't quite get that time he wanted to.
Nor the angle that he needed to pull it off.
Agreed.
Tapping with it. He's going to get it out and knock it all the way back. Malinsky's going to chase this one. It's not icing, obviously, but this will kill some time. Malinsky getting his legs stretched out as his first game as an import for the Red Devils. Malik Malinsky.
Another penalty coming here to the Devils.
Pospisil, as a shot, it's taken. Pospisil's going to go off for a hook. Fontaine sends it around. Atwell with it. 6-on-4 for the moment. Shot, and that's whiffed on, but that goes in front.
Stepanik's stick exploded on him.
And, well, that's an expensive one there for Stepanik. So
that's a lot of lumber.
That is a long stick he's got. But anyway, it looks like Pospisil's going to go for a trip. I don't think he intended for it to happen, but the stick ended up in the wrong spot and tipped over a Swarm player.
It was the hooking. I think he got his stick up and underneath Sandoy's arm, and Sandoy wasn't able to explode and get forward on the play.
And a sneaky little play by Pospisil. It gets called out. And this is going to be a 5-on-3 for 13 seconds.
Just want to point out, Matt, a little bit kind of some humor that we have here at the Hive. You can see on the scoreboard it says the naughty corner and not penalty minutes.
Nice. Somebody's just got a good sense of humor around here. But 13 seconds on the 5-on-3. So one good clear will help quite a bit, and that does go out. That's going to clear that 5-on-3, allowing for one of the Red Devils to come out of the box here now.
And that's all from a face-off win, as we've been pointing out all game. You win a face-off, you get to start with the puck.
The Swarm take the zone here, kind of slow down. Just looking for the right pass at the right time. Fontaine holding it, looking for the long pass to Atwell. Couldn't hold on to it, so he's got to play it to the boards. Perver digging away at it. Atwell a little shaken up as he gets up off the ice. Mawson digging it in the corner. Goes out to Stepanik. He's got it at the blue line. 2 guys on him, and that's going to get deflected away. Nichols sweeps it away. Lang's got it. He's going to take a shot here. No, he's not.
Great play by Stepanik.
Great defense there. He circles. He's going to do it again. Shot. That goes off target. Goes behind the board. And that's a good shorthanded opportunity by Lang. He's going to hold on to it, pass it around. Everybody passing it. The Red Devils just a little too quick on the trigger. Actually, a lot too quick on the trigger. A lot of these plays start with a pass that gets turned over. where Nick Lang is doing a great job of holding on to that puck and keeping possession, kind of settling everything down.
He's just keeping his feet moving, and that's really the name of the game here.
Thieler with it, passed in front. Lang tips that aside. Out to Stepanek. He's going to take a big shot. It looked like it got behind Reason, but I don't think it was deflected. Not sure on that one. Out to Stepanek. Thieler deflected again, and that puck bounces around and it catches the Red Devils a bit out of position. 3 seconds to go. Polozov passes across. Shot that's missed. Goes behind the net of Reason. 5-on-5 as Pospisil goes right back out to work. And that clears the penalty. That's a big stop for the Red Devils in a time where they desperately needed it. And
Great
it stays
penalty kill.
Stays 4 goals on the lead, 5-1 for the Swarm. Thieler collects. Pospisil forechecks. Thieler comes right back out. Passes a long ways up, but it's turned over.
That hit Dallimore up high.
And Dallimore holds on to it for a moment, and then he doesn't. And that gets caught in the skates of the linesman. Not sure who was onside or not. Deflected all the way up to Polozov, tapping on the defense there, but Polozov skates around, looks for a pass, turned over. Couple of passes. Dallimore's going to come up the left side a little bit, 1-on-3. He's got the puck, but that allows for a lot of changes for the Red Devils. Polozov having a hard time getting off the ice. Not sure if he lost an edge. The Red Devils had it for a moment, but that's Mawson knocking it back to neutral, and Orr has to reset.
Just using that big, long reach to poke the puck away.
Mawson is a large human being, so I'm not surprised by that. Monk's going to, well, let's see, that's not an icing here. Maybe he touched it, maybe not. I'm not sure, but play continues for the Swarm as they look to get that out of their zone. They do. McDonald up the right side. That's knocked away by Hopkins, but McDonald's holds. No happy meal there. Simon's got it. He's got to send it to Mawson, and that's deflected away. Then Dallimore out there again. He's going to take a long shot. Kennedy gloves that. That looked like it was one of those crossbar level shots coming in at eye level, and Kennedy wanted nothing to do with it, squeezed it, and stopped play.
Let's just calm down, reset here, and let's keep going.
It feels like more of a regular hockey. Ever since the goalie change and the timeout, this has felt so much more even. I know the Swarm have gotten 1 goal since then. This really feels more like the kind of back and forth that we expected to see from these two teams.
Absolutely. To your point, Matt, it's been a 1-0 hockey game since that goalie change.
Keokuk with it for just a moment. He passes it forward to nobody in particular, and then it's turned over to Sandoy. Sandoy gains the zone, comes up the right side. Shot. That's sticked away by Reason. Goes all the way to Andy Hay, excuse me. I keep doing that. Stepanek looking for the pass, but that's out to Malinsky. Boole takes it in. Lang with a shot. That's kicked aside by Kennedy. Malinsky has it. He's going to hold on to that puck. And this Lang-Malinsky line needs to kind of get together and get a 1-2 punch for the Red Devils to get their way out of this one this afternoon. And I didn't really talk about this earlier as Malinsky has it. Most of the offense is just on the bench. We've got a lot to maybe we'll talk about that at the end of the second period here, but the traveling team does not have a whole lot of offense on the stat sheets with Eden out. Swarm with a 2-on-1 opportunity, but Brown's back. So it's going to be a shot here. And Nichols can't hold off. Was that Fontaine or Polozov again?
Polozov on the shot, but a great play by Fontaine in his own zone. Take the man and get the puck.
Knocked away from Kozak, but he's got it still, and he looks and finds Dalmato. Dalmato looking for kind of a off-speed shot. Kept in by the Swarm. Pass in front to Dalmato, and he just can't get the one-timer off. And Reason followed that, icing the call. But that's an interesting situation where the Red Devils, this is the first time I've seen them kind of, we go back to that cross-ice situation where they turn Reason around. Dalmato just unlucky to get that puck not on his tape.
He'll definitely want that one back. Ivan is a cold-blooded goal scorer, so he'll want that one back for sure.
Whitson to take that for the Swarm. Nichols ends up with it, though, as the Red Devils win that face-off. And that's sent around to Boole. Boole's going to walk that forward, but he gets his pocket pick, turn right back around. Steen with a shot.
That's a heck of a play by Josh Steen to keep his feet moving and pick his pocket.
And Steen actually had a good opportunity in front. He just didn't have anybody there to get the deflection. Whitson Lee, collects it and then Snowed with it. That's an elbow against Dallimore. Kind of gets away with one. Dallimore's knocked into the board, and then that pass gets deflected off Lang. Lang's going to collect that. He's behind there with Nichols. He loses that for just a moment. Turns over to Whitson Lee. Whitson Lee gets hit by Nichols, and Dallimore keeps Steen off the puck, keeping no shot for the Swarm there. Reason pretty happy about that situation.
Absolutely. That's a great play by Whitson Lee there to take a check to make a play, because he absorbs that contact from Nichols to give Josh Steen that open lane.
And Whitson Lee keeps onto that puck, but he can't hold on to it as two Red Devils converge. And Pospisil has it out at the blue line. He's looking for a pass. He gets it to Joe Orr. In front, shot. Dallimore can't get that on target. Canada had it. Willis holds it at the line. Willis with a low shot and a redirect. A shot and a score. Who was that? Red Devils with a second goal.
Pospisil, I believe.
Was that Pospisil, as he was in the right place at the right time? No.
Maybe
yes, it is Pospisil. Here we go.
So you can see this is one Canada might want back. See, I think he would like to have done better with that rebound, or that initial shot rather.
Yeah, actually, there is a reason that I was Pospisil in his jersey and not being able to see his number looks a lot like George Hopkins. And I'm going to give you a shout out, George, because George has 99 games. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But he's also, this is a great stat. If he gets to 100 games, he has no goals, and he will actually set the record. So there's part of me that's like, I really want him to score, and there's a part of me like, don't do it, set the record.
And then you can score.
Right? Afterwards, then the record's yours forever.
That's it.
Because nobody's ever going to do that again. Anyway, Fontaine with it, and that's knocked away by some shin pads. That goes out to neutral. Simon's got it. The aforementioned George Hopkins sending that to the left side. Passed out to the out of the zone. Harry Lowe trying to chase that from McDonald. McDonald winning that fight, but it goes behind, and Simon resets. Looking to get the Swarm going here with a 5-2 lead. Stepanek passes to Atwell. That's turned over. Perver's going to chase this down. I haven't called his number very much. I wonder if he took a knock in the first period, because he hasn't played very much in the second period from what I can tell.
No, I haven't seen him very much out there.
So good to see him back out, yeah. And that puck goes out of the zone, and the Swarm have to reset. Fontaine with a good move at the blue line to stay onside. Dalmato with it for a moment. And that puck's knocked around. Out to Monk. Monk sends it forward. Does that go out? It does indeed.
Ooh.
It was close, but Andy Hay being told, yes, that did slightly get out of the very obscured and barely visible blue line here at
just another look at the goal here.
As that rebound comes in, and he had to go for it. He had to reach for that, and it put him in a bad spot. Just Canada can't respond to that shot if he gets it over, and that is the second goal.
And Pospisil does well coming out of the corner, driving that net, looking for a rebound, which is exactly what happened.
And that faceoff's won by the Devils, but it's turned over for a moment. Polozov with it. Kozak comes in onside. That was a tricky little move. Fueller with a good shot. Rister, glove save, and held by Reason.
Great little play by Kozak just to get that foot back there and just get his foot back on side and allow the Swarm to come back in on side. Face off just here to the left of Reason. And Lang wins that one against Dalmato.
And he's back, folks. Boy, that one caught me by surprise, didn't it? Andy Hay with it. Sends it back out to Boole. Boole's going to take it in. He's onside. Holds it up the right side, looking for a partner there, but two swarm around him. And that puck's turned back to Kozak. Kozak looking for somebody in the middle, but Polozov's there. That's turned right over. Malinsky with it. He's going to come up the left. No, he's going to go to the right. He's got Lang sitting there, but he's going to hold up, look for a pass. Going to sit on the point for a minute. Long pass right on the tape Wasn't expecting it, but Joe Orr couldn't do anything with it. Back
no,
to
I think
Lang.
3 Red Devils change there.
And a stick goes flying. I don't know if that got caught on video, but that might have gone up 4 meters in the air, coming down very lightly, which is quite funny in a hockey game. And Tappan sends that pass out. Simon with a big hit on him. Shot in the goal. Another rebound. And that is Malinsky's first of the second period here. Yeah, it's his first goal. Tape that one up for him. And hold on to that puck. 5-3 the score.
There's a little bit of a broken play. It just kind of bounces around, and he beats his man to the net.
He's in the right spot.
He is in the right spot, yeah.
Yeah, hockey IQ there. When that shot comes in, he's in the right spot on the opposite side looking to get a rebound, and he dumps it right in front of him. Malinsky puts it home, and 5-3 the score. And I'm sorry, did I hear a pin drop in here?
I think you might.
That is, that's offsides there. Tappan's got it, but the Swarm faithful here trying to come to grips with the fact that the Red Devils have got things going for a little bit. Pospisil in front. That's dumped in front. Candidate not able to hold on to it. That puck goes into the corner, passed around, and the Red Devils have the ice slanted towards them a little bit. That pass was not a good one, as that was looking for Dallimore, I think it was. And Mawson's going to take it up the left side. He's all alone. Orr coming in on him, doesn't allow a shot. That is deflected. And I think that's out of play, was that? Or was it a high stick?
No, I think it hit the mesh there.
Okay.
I think that did go up and out of play.
So a face-off coming with about 2 minutes to go in this second period in the offensive zone for Atwell and the Swarm. It's a bit of a surprise here. I mean, it's just 2 goals, and the Red Devils are digging their way back out of this one. The Swarm looking to hold on and keep their home fans happy here. That shot in on Canada, an easy one. He gloves it, and that face-off's going to come on the offensive side for the Red Devils this time.
Yeah. But again, starts from a face-off one in your own zone.
And you're right. That's it. Those shots, even the last 2, were not really shots intended to score. They're shots intended to stop play and set things up, and that's exactly what they've done. The Red Devils are their second line out there. They win another one. Shot Canada, gloves that one. Harry Lowe, I think that was, with a good wrister.
You're right. Good face-off win by Lang.
And that's that play that they draw up. They'll do it every single time. This is a win, goes right behind, and a quick snapped shot by whoever's right behind in the center back circle. I don't think I'm giving away any trade secrets here. That's a pretty normal thing to do.
It is, yes.
Nichols with a long shot in. That's deflected, but not quite on target. Canada watches that go by with a wry smile, as that could have been on target, and he was in a kind of a bad position to make any kind of save there. Got a little bit lucky, but the defense was there for the Swarm, and they look to get that back out. Stepanek sends it to neutral. Fontaine has it. Good move skating, but he gets his pocket picked. Sandoy with it. Minute 23 to go in the second period. Nichols with it behind Reason. And the Red Devils look to get an offensive opportunity here.
There's that long cross-ice pass we spoke about in the first period, and an easy breakout.
But in this case, Lowe only had himself against 3 players.
Correct.
And that was the difference. However, as you've said, in the last 15 minutes, the Red Devils have made quite the adjustment to make sure that that 3-on-2 doesn't happen nearly as often as it had been. And Nichols is going to collect this puck. He's going to send that back out. And the Red Devils have a 3-on-4, gain the line. Up to Malinsky, he takes a shot, and then he's lifted again. I'm not sure how that's, I don't know if he tripped or was tripped, but it was an ugly looking play.
It didn't look good. I don't know if maybe he caught an edge, but it just didn't look right.
Yeah, I'd love to see that one again. Low shot in by Kozak, kicked aside by Reason. McDonald with a long shot in, paddled aside. And the Red Devils trying to get this out, but the Swarm, so many teams, I'm telling you.
A lot of S's.
Yes, and Simon harassed as the Swarm with an excellent offensive last minute of this second period, but that's going to do it here. Polozov's going to come up the right side, maybe get a shot. Wouldn't have counted, and that is the second period of play, with the Red Devils clearly getting out in front of this one. I mean, There was the early goal there, Kyle, where it was the 5th goal, and you're thinking 4 goals, this is kind of getting away. And then They locked it down and got 2 back,
Yeah.
and they've got quite a game coming up here in this third period.
Heck, absolutely. It's the tale of 2 periods, right? The first period, the Devils came out a little bit slower, a little bit sluggish. Second period, that was a very different hockey team that came out.
Yeah, 2 adjustments. The defense not allowing the 3-on-2s, and there's some chemistry starting to happen on the ice with that first line, and it's made a difference. Polozov, Malinsky, and Lang, putting those 3 together, when they can get out on the ice together, the more time they have, the more dangerous this team is becoming offensively, and they need to, because they've got to find a couple more goals to make this one a contest.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think from the Swarm standpoint is just, let's get back to the first period. Let's get back to the aggressive forecheck. Let's get back to the hard back checking. And let's make it uncomfortable for Dan Reason in front of the net.
Yep.
Let's make it uncomfortable so that Lang, Pospisil, and Malinsky can't get back on the ice. Let's keep it in their end.
Yeah, you're right about the comfort level, because Reason, especially in the second period, hasn't really had a whole lot of close-in, high traffic saves to make.
Yeah.
He's made a lot of saves from a couple of meters out, but if he's a good positional player.
He is.
He's going to be there in the right spot, and he's just slotted him away. You guys, the Swarm need to get jumping on rebounds, because he has given those up, but they haven't been in that position like they were in the first period. So it's been very interesting as far as how these periods. One question to ask before we jump off: do you think that the short shifting had anything to do with that adjustment, or do you think the adjustments and the short shift are unrelated?
I think it's unrelated. I think it's just the Devils getting back to their game plan, getting back to what their coach is telling them in the room before the game. I think they got that first period out of the way, put it out of your mind. Let's get back, fresh start, and go hard.
And that's exactly what they've done so far. So for Kyle Marsh, I'm Matt Chavez. We're going to bring you an absolutely exciting third period. At least we hope so.
Yeah, that's it.
And 5-3 is the score. The Swarm on top, 2 goals ahead, but the Red Devils closing in on this one. And it should be a real barn burner to finish this one off this Saturday afternoon here at the Hive at Paradise Botany. So, Kyle, we'll see you back here in about 9 minutes.
That's it. See you for the third.
Thanks, everybody. Kia ora koutou. Welcome back, everybody, to the Hive, Paradise Botany. Third period action coming up, Kyle. And I'm Matt Chavez, Kyle March. We're here to really just chronicle this third period that's going to be amazing, I hope.
Absolutely. I think we had the first period was a little bit one-sided. Second period was a much tighter checking, yet the Devils came out on top. So this will be one heck of a period.
That's right. So I'll go through it was 5-1 Stepanek from Kozak and Sandoy. A couple of 2-minute penalties. Then Dallimore scoring with Pospisil and Willis on the assists. And with just under 3 minutes to go, it was 5-3. Malinsky getting his first goal in the NZIHL with Lang and Willis on the assists. And I guess the real questions here, I mean, we've been talking about a lot of the changes and everything, Chris Eden being suspended, all of that kind of stuff. Kyle, I guess the biggest thing to talk about, like, I've got the lineup here, and we've been kind of looking at it, but you guys have a lot of offense. Atwell with 13 goals coming in, Bortnov with 6, Stepanek with 16, and Kozak with 5. Knowing where that offense is coming from, the Red Devils maybe have 6 or 7 goals on the board with players that are here.
Right.
Coming into this game, they got to find this offense, and they got to find it now in the third period.
That's it. It's now or never here.
So Thieler throws it forward, Tappan with it. He's going to let it go to Reason. Reason sends it aside on the fresh ice. And Tappan goes around, tries to get it to Orr. Dalmato with a quick shot. Reason sees it goes by on his right. And the Red Devils looking to get that pass out. They can't do it. Polozov's going to take it in. He's onside. Skates to the left. Tough angle shot. That goes behind the goal line. And Polozov looking for an outlet to somebody that has an angle, but that gets turned over to the Red Devils. Tappan knocks it around to Orr, but Orr can't do much with it. Well, he does there, and that goes out to neutral. Lang's going to come up the left side. In front, trying to get it to Orr, but Orr can't get a stick on that puck, but that was a dangerous opportunity for the Red Devils in this first minute of the third period.
Great pass across by Orr, I believe it was, made that pass. Great pass.
And that's off to Malinsky, and Malinsky holds it, and he sends a backhander up into, well, I think it hit something.
I think it hit the ceiling, yeah.
So there you go. That's going to be a face-off in the defensive zone.
Not a penalty, but just a stoppage of play.
Right, yeah. It would have to go out of the boards or whatever.
Yeah, it'd have to
penalty.
go over the glass.
But if it hits the roof, it's a stoppage in play.
Yep.
I think in baseball they call that just a local.
Oh, heads up.
Oh, that blue line.
The blue line again.
The blue line again got him.
Well, I hope that linesman's okay.
Yeah, he looks all right, just a little worse for wear.
There you go.
It's tough when the blue line jumps up and gets you, and that shot in on Reason, gloved and stopped. And the Swarm cooking to start with, but a 2-on-4 up to Pospisil. Pospisil with a big shot in on Canada. He gloves it, saves it, and you might notice a couple of changes here in this line. Pospisil with Boole and Dallimore, which is a bit of a change-up from earlier.
Yeah, that is a different change-up. Just looking for a different look, try to get some different answers.
So maybe Pospisil pulled off that first line. Dallimore with it in front. He's trying to get around a player. Can't get anything on it. Passed over to Nichols. Nichols with a low runner and a shot that just goes behind the net. Dallimore couldn't deflect it enough against Canada.
Very smart shot by Nichols.
And that shot knocked, well, that just basically smacked Atwell.
Again, great block shot. Get the body in the lane.
And up to Dallimore again. He's coming up the right side, leaves a pass, and Pospisil's going to go for another hook. 2-on-2 for the Swarm. Yep. And a shot, and Nichols sees it go over his head, but play continues.
Great save by Reason. Great pass by Stepanek.
Sandoy has it. Stepanek. The Red Devils need to close this out to get play stopped. They still can't do it. In front. They've got to touch up here. The net is empty on the other side with 6 of the Swarm out there, and there's the touch by Pospisil.
Yeah, you can see Kozak by himself on the dot with the 6-on-5 situation. All the Red Devils, everyone's got a man, but no goalie in the net for that situation. Kozak's all alone.
And Pospisil touching up, and I do believe that Did I say it was on him? I think I did.
I think Pospisil did get that hook,
he did,
on Wyston Lee.
And 2 minutes on the board, 5-on-4 advantage for the Swarm for 2 minutes as they go on the power play.
Great face-off win by Dalmato to outbattle Lang.
It's another stick by Willis going straight up in the air, and the Swarm are going to give this one right back.
Yeah, he's going to get the slash. I think he may have got his stick up and in between Willis's legs to a area we won't mention.
And that stick also went flying.
That's it.
And 4-on-4 is what we're going to have as Dalmato goes, Wyston Lee.
Dalmato.
Oh, it's Dalmato,
You had it right, yep.
Questioning my eyesight, and I'm realizing it's the netting that's involved here.
It's a weird netting.
It's weird to look through, I have to admit. So 2 minutes on the board against the Swarm, and that's going to mostly cancel here. 1:51 officially, 4-on-4 time. Shot, and that's deflected. And Theuler's got it behind as Malinsky took a big one off the face-off. Lots of space out on the ice at the moment. Well, that stick's broken.
I think that broke Kozak's stick.
It did indeed, and he had to leave it. And Willis collects it at the Zamboni doors, looking to move that out. He pushes a little too far in front, and Theuler's got it one-handed. And the Swarm come back. Polozov's going to grab it and take it in the zone. He's hit from behind. Knocked off the puck. Tappan can't hold on to it. He's slashing at it. Loses his stick. Theuler with it, and he's upended. It's getting a little messy out there, to be honest, and Willis passes forward to Lang. Lang right on the tape shot, and a good opportunity by Malinsky.
Great save by Kennedy.
Up to it. Swarm continue to look for that outlet pass. Malinsky gets in front of that one. Lang and Malinsky out there. Lang holding on to that puck like he does. And he's eventually dumped off of it by Stepanek. A shot, that's deflected.
I would venture a guess to say Stepanek might be the biggest guy in the league, potentially.
At the moment.
At the moment?
There are
some big guys out there.
There's some controversy I may tell you about off air about last year, but we'll leave that one there. The people that know the NZIHL know exactly what I'm talking about, and he is bigger. Anyway, Lang with it. And Lang is going to skate this one out, 4-on-4 for a little bit longer. He's got about 15 seconds to that 4-on-4. Takes all four. There's a couple of changes. Nichols is sitting on the point, but that's given away. Lifted. Nichols plays it straight down. He's going to walk in. Can't get his stick on the ice. And the Jet can't get the shot. Malinsky with a shot, wrister, and Canada with a high save, flashing the leather and holding on to it over the crossbar, but stopping play.
Great glove save, yeah.
And he stops it in the moment that the Swarm are actually on a 5-on-4 disadvantage. Yeah. 6 seconds to go on that penalty, so they're going to start this one out with an advantage for the Red Devils, but it won't last long.
No, again, this will be the importance of a good face-off win, get the puck down, Dalmato comes back, and let's get back to 5-on-5.
Or takes that one, they win it. The Red Devils hold on to it, get it out to the blue line. Nichols walks it in a little bit. Pass it in front, but they can't get anything on it. Malinsky with it in the right side. He's going to skate forward, skate back, hold on to it. And he gets lifted there by Polozov, but Nichols gets there first. And the Swarm look to get an offensive opportunity. Polozov digging at it. Reason swats it away into the corner. Polozov follows it into the near corner here. And the Swarm trying to get a little something started here in this third period. But so far it's been fairly even to start with, or through neutral, looking to get it back. That goes onside, and play continues, but the Swarm have the puck, and that's knocked out to neutral. Nice high shot. Keocope's going to collect that for the Red Devils, and the Swarm get 5 bodies back out on the ice. Nice and fresh with more than 5 minutes gone. A bit of a whiff pass there that goes out. Keocope gets it, and Dallimore can't collect it. He's going to go off for a change, and the Swarm gets set up for a run. Sandoy with it. Passes forward. Atwell not able to do anything with it, but they transition it to Fontaine. Fontaine's got it behind, but that's turned over, And
oh, absolutely. That could have been a trip on
it
Fontaine.
certainly could have, but
Absolutely.
that does not get called, and play continues with Sandoy at the point. Shot and a goal! Who was it that went in front of him there? I think that was Atwell that skated, and Reason could not see it.
Absolutely.
And that's the only reason that went behind him there. 6-3 the score.
And
Sorry,
Matt, but we spoke about making it uncomfortable for Reason, and that's exactly what Atwell did. He's got to fight through that body. I don't know if Atwell got a touch on it,
right?
But that's what we talked about, making it uncomfortable for him in net.
And that long shot, I mean, any day of the week, any goalie anywhere in this league stops that all day long,
Absolutely.
except because of the Atwell curtain effect right in front. 6-3 the score, and the Red Devils back down by 3 this afternoon with the Swarm getting that most important lead stretched in this third period. What do we have? A little under 14 to go, and the Devils are going to have to start thinking about that. That's deflected, no icing despite Canada asking for it. Off to Pospisil. Passes that, and Boole's going to get a shot here maybe? No, he's trying to get that away, but Mawson's the one that wins it. And the Swarm come off with a shot.
That's a great play by Josh Steen to win the battle in his own zone. That's why that scoring opportunity gets created.
And that's who it was. So the McDonald with it on the far side. He's going to skate around. And the Swarm just holding on to that for a while. Brown's got it. He's going to skate it out to neutral. 3-on-3 opportunity. Holds it, looks for a pass. He dumps instead and takes the check.
That's a hard check. I think he's asking for a high hit. That felt like he may have got that one in his head.
And McDonald takes a shot. That's off target, but yeah, that is definitely a question by Brown. Looking at the man with the orange cuff. Kozak looking for it, and everybody kind of stopping a little bit for the Red Devils. Not a good time to do that. That shot goes to the side and then sent away by the Swarm, and the Red Devils get it out to the neutral. Yep, or almost taken off his skates there. And this is one of those moments where the Red Devils really need to hold on to whatever momentum they can, or the Swarm are going to take this one in a cakewalk if they get another goal here.
Walensky took a run at Dalmato, but he just headed up, knew he was coming, was able to avoid that.
And Orr can't get that in the zone. Fontaine looking for it, stays in neutral. Dalmato's going to take it in, walks it in up the left side. Reason sends it aside. The Swarm getting all their changes in, and Willis getting that puck out behind the goal line. It's turned over right in front, and a shot and a goal. Another bad turnover in that situation leads to a Swarm opportunity, and another mistake that gets buried. This feels an awful lot like the start of the first period.
Absolutely it does. You can see there's Jackson Fontaine making a great body check to separate man from puck. And then a great kick pass. Didn't realize this was the FIFA World Cup starting early here. But no, great play by Jackson Fontaine.
Yeah, and Atwell getting in the right place at the right time gives the Swarm a 4-goal lead. They're going to be a lot more comfortable for the rest of the afternoon as this goes. The Red Devils playing pretty well in that second period, but in this case, a couple of mistakes have cost them dearly to get back in this. We'll see what kind of pace and tempo they set the rest of the afternoon here, as there's going to be 3 more points on offer tomorrow, and they're just as valuable as the ones today. Swarm throw that back out to neutral, and that's going to go for an icing as McDonald's there first. Keokuk guilty of that ice.
I think that's a great play. I mean, it's not ideal that it's an icing, but if he doesn't make that play, Stepanek is gone.
Yeah, you're right.
So he did well, made sure, got the puck deep. It's an icing.
Yeah, but you'll take that every time.
You'll take the icing over Stepanek going in.
And that faceoff's won by the Swarm as they collect it behind the net. And that's Pillage doing yeoman's work there on the left side, holding that puck. Gets turned to the Red Devils, but that is staying in there for another extended period of time in that offensive zone for the Swarm. That puck off the plexiglass. Fueler not able to get it back in. A couple of physical opportunities in front of the benches, which always gets the players excited. Monk can't hold on to it. Malinsky's got it for just a moment. Back to Malinsky. Whitson Lee all over him, but Malinsky holds on to it. It allows everybody to get set defensively for the Swarm. And
that's a great shift by the fourth line for the Swarm. That's exactly what you want. You keep it in the O zone. You make it hard on them. Perfect.
And the physicality was definitely there. Lang with it all the way up, but he turns it over, and the Swarm are going to come back. They're 2-on-4 here. Fueler's going to take a shot anyways. That gets bounced off of Reason, goes into the corner. Dalmateau sends it around. And Lang looking for a pass there, but it gets taken right off his stick.
Great play
move
by Polozov.
Kozak, Hay with a low shot, deflected, not off by much. Willis throwing it out.
Very, very smart shot by Andy Hay, knowing he's got bodies in front, knowing he's got sticks for tips, and he did it perfectly.
Or not able to hold on to that, and that goes back to neutral. Red Devils have to reset. Out to neutral, Malinsky sends it to Orr not ready for it. Kozak takes it, gains the line, holds. Dalmateau.
Oh, 2.
Make that 3, and Kozak sends that off a deflection, but had a good opportunity there. Dalmateau in the corner. Can't quite connect that pass, and the Red Devils skate out. They gain the zone, 3-on-4, drop pass, shot, and that's in Canada's glove. Not a dangerous situation really for the Swarm there. Just coasting and kind of parking the bus on this 4-goal lead. You see the replay there. Dalmateau 1, Dalmateau 2. Dalmateau keeps
watch
walking.
This, a great feed and a great opportunity, just a good block shot there.
Indeed. So the Swarm win that face-off. They throw some bodies at it. Sandoy's got it behind the net. Gonna hold on to it and give it to Atwell. Atwell up to Fontaine, to Stepanek, who gains the line. Looks to get it back to Atwell. He almost does.
Goodness.
3 defenders, and they all puck watch there as Atwell came up the back side. And the Red Devils get away with one there. Reason holding on to that shot, and it stays 7-3.
Yep. So that's a great play by Atwell. Got on his horse, kept his feet moving, drove the net. Stepanek with a great pass, just missed.
Yeah, and that defensive line's got to figure out who's taking the second man there.
He just keeps moving.
And you saw Bull point
to Nick and try to let Nichols know, hey, these guys coming out, coming hot.
Now, to be fair to them, they were playing the puck, but still it almost connected to Atwell there. So anyway, Fueler with it. That's tipped high. Atwell sends it to the slot, and nobody can do anything with it, but Stepanek keeps it in the zone for a moment. That's bounced out. Goes to the Swarm, and they set up their offense. Monk on the forecheck for just a moment. Fontaine gains the zone.
Great defensive setup by the Devils, all 5 guys back.
And that skated by Fontaine, leaves it for Harry Lowe. Fueler's got it for a moment. Then Monk gives up a rebound. And a bit of a hit there on Whitson Lee. Stepanek, shot, missed a target there, and Reason watches it go behind him to the left.
Didn't miss by much there, Matt.
No, not at all. And a shot that actually hits him, and Reason knocks it to the corner. Whitson Lee lets it go by. McDonald's going to get there first and gives a big hit collects the puck. And another big hit. That one might have been a little on the high side, but nonetheless, McDonald taking a lot of pounds of flesh, if you will.
That's a big body coming down with a purpose. So that's doesn't feel nice. He's hit me in practice a few times.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, that's a Mack truck coming your way if McDonald's got his positioning and leverage correct. So a bit of a delay here as Perver coming off and McDonald talking to the linesman.
Well, I think Perver was having a discussion with the referee, and the linesman was just trying to hurry him up to get off the ice. But he is the captain. He does have the right to speak with the official. So,
as long as it stays within the 15 seconds, apparently. So
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Didn't realize we had a shot clock here.
I know, right? Ask the linesman, though. Malinsky with it, and he gets it in front, and that's a great opportunity. Pospisil. Pospisil. Jeez. Wow. The names are going by very quickly today, but Polozov not able to, or Pospisil not able to knock that one home. I am having a heck of a time suddenly. It's been a lot of action, and all of my P names are blending together for whatever reason. So.
Mawson's going to go off there for a delay of game.
And that's going to give the Red Devils an opportunity to, while they choose the right side here, and this is going to be that same play that they run.
Yeah.
And we'll see if they can get a shot off. But that's with 6.5 minutes to go. This game does seem a bit out of reach. Interestingly, they changed their mind or pushed that to Pospisil. They couldn't quite keep it shootable in that area, and it goes around to the point.
A great face-off win by Dalmato.
Lang sends it cross ice. Malinsky's got it. He's sitting out on the blue line, leaves it behind for Lang. Lang gets it dug out by Polozov there, and then Sandoy has it, and he's going to clear that all the way the length of the ice. First 30 seconds off the clock of this delay of game penalty against Mawson. Red Devils skating forward. Malinsky with it for a moment. Gets it tipped away. They got to reset up to Orr. Orr sends a pass, and Dalmato
again
steals it twice, 3 times.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I don't know how that didn't go in, but Reason with a great save, and the fact that he's making a great save in a shorthanded situation, and then that puck goes straight to Winston Lee as he gets a pass across. And a shot and a goal. And that is on the bench of the Red Devils there. 3 guys coming off and nobody quite knowing who goes back out there.
It is, but I think Boole, he had a chance to play it, but he realized, I better not touch this. That's too many men penalty, so he jumped off, which allowed Winston Lee to come in, make a great pass, take the defenseman out of play, and Jackson Fontaine, as you know, is not going to miss on a breakaway very often.
Not often, and that is a shorthanded goal for the Swarm with 55 seconds to go on the Mawson penalty, making it 8-3. And the Swarm just showing their dominance this afternoon. Perver with it for a moment. McDonald knocking him off the board, taking the puck. That's saved in the zone by Nichols. He sends it to the corner. Lang with it, looking for Dallimore coming across. He can't get that pass to happen. Shot, that goes behind Canada. And that's a funny bounce that kind of catches the dasher in a weird spot. Gets a bounce all the way out to neutral. Lang's got to bring it back in. Gets the puck pulled off his stick
there by Thuler. They're just running wave after wave into just walls of Swarm players. There's nowhere for them to go.
Brown to Dallimore. Back to Brown. Shot, that's deflected and out of play. Stopping it with 4 seconds to go on the power play.
Great stick by Jackson Fontaine. Here's the goal. You see Boole jumps back off and then realizes now I can change, but by that point it's too late.
And good double move.
Yeah.
And yeah, he puts Reason on the back foot.
Makes no mistake.
Yeah, it's a really good finish by Fontaine. Shot by Boole. Canada covers up and gets another face-off. There's still going to be 1 second to go, so 5-on-4 for just a moment more, but Mawson will come barreling out just as soon as this face-off happens. It'll be interesting to see if they run anything different here, or any different lines. Monk can't get a shot off. Well, now he gets a hold of it. Dalmato doing a great job defensively.
He's just been such a thorn in the side of the Devils. Every pass has gone off his stick. Every breakout attempt has hit his skate. He's just been such a thorn in their side.
Yeah, I think he has been the major pest of the afternoon. Everybody else has put away mistakes or anything else, but Dalmato has been the pest that has not allowed a lot of things to
get through him.
Yeah, and that deflection goes behind Reason by just a little bit, but he squeezes the legs and keeps it out of the net. Oh, somebody hit the door, I think. Somebody
Yeah, if someone nicks the door, the fire alarm will go off. So
in case you're hearing that, that is what's going on at the moment. But
there is no fire. Everybody's safe. We're okay. I mean, the Swarm are on fire, but that's a different kind of fire.
That is definitely different. And I guess we can talk about it. In the last 4 minutes, as the game continues here, that almost goes to
Dalmato again.
And Kozak split second away from getting a 9th goal for the Swarm. Malinsky with it. Dalmato pestering more. And Malinsky with it. And Pospisil's finally got it up the right-hand side. He takes a shot. And Canada, well, it wasn't really a shot. It was more of just throw it in the back, and Canada gets in front of it and doesn't want anything to do with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's just calm down here. Let's get a change. Let's get our guys out here. And
so the rest of the game here, I mean, we talked about it from that point of 4-1 as this kind of being a different game. We're now at 4-2 if you just start it from that point in time.
Yes.
Where the Swarm have won that one again. That shot by Malinsky, a good opportunity, but Canada.
A nifty little forehand, backhand move. Great play by Canada, but that's some slick stick handling.
Yeah, let's see. Actually, you might catch it here. And as that goes around, yeah, just an opportunity for Malinsky. It really feels like Botany has what they want to do in mind, and they're getting it done. And I don't mean like, hey, there's a game plan. It's more of a situation where players, hey, I've got an idea, let's do this, and they do it. And that's got to be a good feeling out on the ice that they don't get it's quite the opposite for the Red Devils. They keep getting Dalmato doing something that they don't want him to do.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a whiff there by Brown.
So you notice as well, they've separated Malinsky and Lang and Pospisil. Right now you got Lang out there with Dallimore and I think it's Boole on that side.
Yeah, no, I think they were trying to play them together to start with. And you're exactly right. Let's find out if it's a 1-2 punch situation. Nichols has it. He's going to take a long shot looking for a deflection, but nobody could get to that, and that's going to go all the way out. Stepanik's got it, 2-on-3. Sits, waits, tries to get it to Whitson Lee, but he's going to give it to Dallimore. Dallimore gains the zone.
Just missed that trailer.
Lang with it. Lang's going to curl. It goes between the legs. Good move there. 1-on-3, though, and he gets it taken away by Stepanik. Stepanik with a good move. I think everybody's showing out here with all the tricky puck moves. Lang with it. Up to Harry Lowe. That goes behind, and Harry charges the net. Canada gets hit. I think everybody's okay. Play stops with 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go officially on the clock.
I think that was just a weird play. I don't think Harry Lowe meant to run Canada like that. I think the way the puck bounced, he can't give up, on that play, right?
No,
he's got to go.
And his angle was also to the outside.
Yeah,
it wasn't like
Canada's jumping back to make a play, so good on him to go. Just pat him on the pads. My bad, man. Obviously we're not. But
you're right. This is Coach Korozov trying to figure out what lines do I roll tomorrow, because something wasn't working today. And there's a lot of change in this Red Devils lineup. And because of that, he's got to find something that works and find something for tomorrow and try to get a split out of this series if the Red Devils are going to continue to challenge for that third and final playoff spot. Right now, it looks like it's going to be a tight race with all three teams in the bottom three, the third, fourth, and fifth team, doing well, it just kind of looks like they're all going to be right there at the end.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, Dunedin's shocked a couple teams. I mean, they've shocked us. They shocked the Admirals.
Yep.
And that's not to take any credit away from them. They played, two great hockey games and deserved those 6 points. But they're a dangerous team, and anyone can win on any given night.
And we've seen that. However, thus far, when it's these two teams, Botany has shown up 9 for 9 on points, 3 wins. If we count this one here, and we are in the last minute with 5 goals to go, I think we can say that that's quite safe. Polozov throwing it up to Kozak, gaining the zone. He sends it forward. Polozov kind of didn't want to shoot that puck.
I just don't think he caught it properly. He
Yeah.
couldn't shoot the trigger or pull the trigger. Oh, there's that fire alarm going off again.
Well, somehow that seems appropriate. Malinsky coming up the right side. Dug out and stolen up to Kozak. Kozak passes. And I guess I didn't see how that happened, but that's a goal.
No, I think the referee's waving it off.
I don't think
saying
it is.
It's a kicking motion. The Swarm are saying no, it went off his skate, but
yeah, that's not. I don't think it's going to count.
I don't think it's going to count either. I mean, if it hits the skate and goes in, that's a good goal. But I don't. I mean, you can see see Ivan shrugging his skates. So
yeah, face off coming in the
shrugging his shoulders. Yeah,
kick motions. Yeah, no goal.
So.
As everybody expected here. You know, it's funny how the players kind of call the game themselves sometimes too. You see it because you can see the initial reaction.
Yeah.
And you just know right away what's going on. So, 19 seconds to go here in the afternoon's contest. The Swarm taking this one, and that's going to be their 8th win. Gives them, if I recall correctly, 25 points and 5 games to go. That's going to give you guys quite a cushion at the moment, but of course you guys have played more games. You'll play your 12th game tomorrow.
Yes, we've had a top-heavy season so far, and you know, as we've discussed, we have the entire month of August off. So
yeah, that's a tough schedule to deal with. So let's we'll talk a little bit more about it tomorrow. Actually, I don't know if you're coming back tomorrow. If you are, it would be great to talk about it. But I guess before we go, because I don't want to lose you on this one, we talked about the schedule here for the Swarm. Let's talk about the Swarm.
Yeah.
They are in a good spot, but they're so far out there that the Stampede have a good chance of catching up with you over the time.
Absolutely, yeah. It's I think a big component of that is the Stampede come here not next weekend, the weekend after, the 15th, 16th. That, keep an eye on that one. That one's going to be a very, very big one. If the Swarm, you know, if we can pull out 2 wins, we got ourselves a very interesting stretch.
And if you split, it's going to mean that you guys are just that much closer. And if they take a couple, it's going to mean a lot for that 1 seed. But I think it's, I don't want to say, there are a lot of teams and a lot of opportunities here, but the first 2 seeds are starting to look interesting. Oh, hey. Yep.
Oh, there we
Thank
go.
you, Mike. We have to look all professionally.
Yeah,
go ahead. Cut to us. Thank you. Hey, there we are. All right, there.
We need to get one of those X's on the floor so we know where to
Exactly. There you go. But the first 2 teams looking pretty good, getting more than 2 points a game on average, both the Swarm and the Stampede. Now, the Stampede did lose one in Canterbury, but always solid and always up there. So looking at 2 very probable playoff teams to finish in the top 3. That said, the other 3 teams are probably going to be kind of fighting for that last playoff spot, and the Red Devils need to catch points on the road in order to be that 3rd place team.
Absolutely. These are points you can't leave on the table. You're trying to get that 3rd playoff spot. The Admirals are coming on the up and up. Dunedin's looking good. You know, you can't be giving up points.
And that's what that's going to mean, though, is that tomorrow's game, if they can get a split, pushes them up 3 points ahead of the Thunder. It puts them right on the heels of the Admirals with a couple of games in hand. And a loss tomorrow makes that all the more difficult to chase. So from a Red Devils perspective, there's a lot on the line for tomorrow's game. Just getting a split today. They can set this one aside, but yes, as you said, the Sunday game has been very tight for the Red Devils in the past couple years.
They've played some very, very good hockey. I mean, the beauty of it for the Red Devils is their fate is in their own hands. They control their own destiny. It's not a matter of, you know, someone has to beat somebody else. They, you know, it's simple as win and you're in. So that's always a nice position to be in.
It is, but they do have to get the win, and tomorrow will be against the Swarm once again. So we'll see you back here, Michael. Is it 4:45 or yes, 4:45 is the time. I'd like to thank Michael for getting all the streaming stuff sorted out here. Kyle March on color again, and thank you very much for doing that. My name's Matt Chavez. Thank you for joining us this Saturday afternoon at the Hive, Paradise Botany, for a win for the Swarm, 8-3 the final. We'll see you tomorrow back here on YouTube. Can't wait. We'll see you then.
Have a good one, guys.
Thanks.